Hi, Taurus. My spirit guides are saying Taurus Nation. Nice to be here with you today. We just had the full moon, as you know, and a lot of chatter coming through, a lot of experiences going on here. And so my spirit guides wanted to check in with you, they said. So I decided to go ahead and do your monthly soul cycle tarot reading for the month of March. Just push things out a little bit early because of the energy. Spirit wanted me to do it while we're in the energy. So if you're new, welcome. It's nice to be here with you. Ooh, I like that. And if you don't know, I'm a clairvoyant person. I came here to YouTube to answer a call from my spirit guides to be present and join the collective and weave together energetically this tapestry that's coming forward. So anybody who finds their way here, my spirit guides always say you're meant to be here to pick up a message. So the first thing that came out when I was clearing the deck to get ready for your reading was the sacred goddess Coventina. I love this. She is the sacred mingler. She is here to churn the energy that comes to you, Spirit saying, from the notion of Uranus in your sign. So, you know what, hang on, I'm gonna switch my software over there. Okay. So you're gonna be hosting Uranus for quite a while. And this is the purpose. It's to churn the energy together and bring what is in the mystical realm. Spirit says they're showing me an image that looks like this into form. She was the butter churner. And Coventina is representative, Spirit says, of the energy that's going to be so focused on you while you have the Great Awakener in your sign for years to come. So Spirit's saying, if you can focus on her alchemy while you have this beautiful Uranus energy, do you see what's bubbling up? And that vessel, that's you. And the divine has its whole attention on you in these months and years coming forward. And that process begins now. And so that is the theme of the message that my spirit guides want to speak with you about. So we're going to pull some cards. We're going to take a look at your human journey. What's the bridge? What ties your human walk together with the work that your soul is doing in the mystical realm? Your contract, your cycle, the reason you're here in these moments to do the work of a Taurus hosting the Great Awakener. And of course, this is the energy that represents you. The thing I was just talking about, Spirit says, the Queen of Knowledge. It sits above in the heavens. She weaves together the strings of your destiny. And we see the notation there of the energy of the sun, the energy of Uranus, the awakening that goes forward when you join together with those efforts, Spirit says. So she is also known as the Sacred Grandmother. And in legends across the world, the root of her name, which is Danu, is used to name rivers that flow, Spirit saying, across the planet, of course, toward the sea from their origination point. So that's part of the message about what is happening for you as you come into this time of great awakening. And I know a lot of Taurus people, and they are going through awakenings. It's really beautiful to see. So in terms of your human realm, having just come through the full moon, the 0 point, connected with Chiron, the healer. And Spirit says, and all the things that are still going on with Pluto. A great restructuring, a great movement, shift and change from deep within. And so in a sense, Spirit's saying, we're looking at the resonant connection between the stars and the planet. You are hosting the Uranus energy in order to assist Pluto, the Earth sign, cardinal sign, to turn the energy now toward awakening. I've been saying that for a while now, but the planets have come. The eclipses of 2017, 2018, and last year we had all those, Spirit's calling them massive retrogrades, so that we could review and understand what it is and how it is we're meant to go forward. So here's the next card, first card on the human realm. I love it. Look how beautiful that is. Do you see the shoes are blue? That indicates transformation. The way you walk now is because of the moment we just came through and will continue to be transformed. the judgment of skill. The place in your being, Spirit says, where you can find love and abundance while you ponder all that comes forward. In the way, the gentle way a Taurus can sit in its energy. So they're showing me a vision of Taurus the bull sitting, and they're talking about Ferdinand the bull. So there's the message for you, Spirit says. It's time to transform. It's time to awaken the loving, gentle part of your nature. And Spirit says, and perhaps think about not being so stubborn, because the universe isn't going to allow it. Going forward, that's what's going on. All right, Spirit, what else would you like to say to beautiful Taurus as they come into this time of great awakening? Yeah, of course. A new soul journey, a 0 point. That's what Spirit was just talking about. So when you have this awakening, we humans, Spirit says, we use the notion of Kundalini. There's deep truth in that. It is about all the things that you hear about in terms of the energy awakening along your spine. That's why Uranus is with you, to bring this type of awakening so that you can rise with your spirit and allow that to come to the surface. Even though you may be dreaming, you may be sleeping, and in human form, we are in a certain way. So we see you rising, your soul rising through this awakening, going through a portal. It's like a death process. And we see the triple spiral of life as your soul walks out into its destiny, into the universe. So there's a lot of reflection in this card, with the World card as it is displayed, Spirit saying, within the Celtic Wisdom Tarot deck, which is, I forgot to say, that's the deck that I'm using. So let's see what's going on coming forward, because there's a lot of indication here as I look at it. Let me just shuffle the cards a little bit more. See if I can. Let me just check in with my guides. Okay. Yeah, there's a message coming out. I'm going to keep shuffling because I would like to see it come in the cards. Is this going to help illustrate it? Spirit, can you bring that card to the top, please? You know, all the folks who are out there watching, Spirit's asking you to beam a little of your energy right here to the spot where I am. They said, if it helps you to know, I'm in southern Vermont. All right, Spirit. Chunks of cards are falling out. All right, so what's happening in the background is they're talking to me about cards. Spirit, please give me the message. What is it? Okay, they're talking about the order of business. What? Okay, that's what they want me to ask for. What is the next order of business, please? Yeah, well, of course. Healing, and there's the bowl. All right, so they said I was going too fast. It actually sits this way. All right. Walking out, into the universe, turning the sacred spiral of destiny, and walking into the bowl of creation. That is about great healing. And it has to do with the triple hooded brothers, the triple goddess, the children of Brigid. This is a real vessel that exists in the world now. Spirit says it carries with it energy. I think there's a message coming through about the intention that is in this beautiful work of art that was a sacred chalice. There's some notion coming through. I'm feeling a stream of energy. So there's some notion coming through that this sits actually in a museum, I believe, in Denmark. And I'm probably saying it wrong, but it's the Gundestrup Cauldron. You can look that up online. Go check it out. A lot of the artwork and the illustrations in this deck are based off of this vessel. Spirit's telling me it's vibrating now. The notion of the intention, and you know, these things are 5,000 years old or more. All right, Spirit, what is the bridge between this journey that we experience on the human realm, all the awakening that's going to happen, what is it that ties it together with the soul cycle? Can you please give me a message? Yeah, look, there it is. Okay, thank you, Spirit. The perfecter of energy. Do you see the bowl? And the root chakra awakening? Spirit's talking about the cycle of this year that you're in. This is about awakening from the root chakra all the way up. Another indication of Kundalini energy. Spirit says that which we call Kundalini energy. Over the course of this year, the next 1 year period, in each quadrant there is going to be growth. And the petals are petals of wisdom that you're going to pick up. Spirit's talking about the minute places from which the energy streams. I wonder what, it'll be interesting to see coming forward. I'm going to have to look that up. It usually has a meaning, and sometimes I don't know the factual information, but my spirit guides, in my experience, are very seldom are they incorrect. So you have all the tools you need, and you have the intention, and you have the desire. And it is the desire to bring yourself forward and be dedicated. They're talking to me about the dedication that the people of Taurus have because they know. And so it's a matter of putting yourself to work, enter into the sacred cauldron euphemistically, and connect yourself with the energy so that this process can come forward. And one of the things that I love about this card, at the center breastplate, we see swastikas. So, that's what they're talking about. Okay, so as each part of the year comes forward, your energy will continue to swirl. It is about the turning of sacred energy. So the swastika, if you don't know, is 12,000 years old or more. And it's been found in virtually every ancient culture that ever existed any place. And this is from the days when they didn't know about each other. There was no global travel at that time. And so this is an idea and a notion and a truth, Spirit says, a knowing that came out of the collective sacred mind. And so in this time that is turning again, that's what the message is. Those things that were brought forward in the ancient days are turning again. And you are hosting the turning, the awakening. So understand that you may be having your own awakening. You may come into contact with people to whom you provide an awakening. Focus on yourself. Educate yourself about all those things. I'm not going to go, Spirit says, I don't have the time today to go deeply into that discussion, but I have started a discussion series, Spirit calls it. The very first one came out and about this awakening experience, twin flame, soulmate, all the things, all the words we have for that. So as you go through the year, expect that it's going to continue to turn, and each turning will be part of the key of the total awakening to turn your destiny so that you can have a crown chakra awakening and prepare yourself for the next stage, which is coming next year. And Spirit's talking about the first job is to start the energy turning and to build the tolerance of that. Then you will be ready, and the experience will deepen. So this is the bridge, giving you information about what's connecting at this moment. What's your soul doing? What is your earth walk, and what is your soul doing to connect itself, as Spirit's saying, as they attend to each other, no doubt. All right, Taurus. Look, Spirit wants that one. All right. So I can't hold it straight. More notions about awakening. That's the sacred passage tomb at Newgrange. If you don't know about that, there are videos on my channel about Newgrange, about the passage tombs. That's the warrior of art. So your spiritual warriorship continues to develop. Do you see how he's got no shoes? He's dressed in that purple blue of transformation. And do you see that? Do you see what he's got in his hand? Oops, sorry. There you go. Something ancient And something really profound is evolving and returning and coming forward. That's the notions that are being woven together here, because this card, the Warrior of Art, is about utilizing love energy. And that's all the stuff my spirit guides have started talking about. And I was resistant. I didn't want to do it. And, of course, I do what they tell me to. Sometimes it takes me a while. But now I understand. They just want to talk about it all day, every day, in a way. So going forward, understand that my process continues. There are going to be readings. There's a triad. Spirit saying, okay, it's bringing me a moment of revelation. Okay, I get it. Thank you. There are triads of readings that are going to come out to the best of my ability every month. Your soul cycle reading, the love reading, how it is that your soul cycle is merging together with the energy of love within your being, because we're not going to talk about that in this reading. So another one will come out, probably not until the first of the month. And then somewhere in there, I haven't totally settled on it, some weekly or bi-weekly readings about your soulmate. While you are evolving and turning, what's your soulmate doing? All right, I'm going to clip that off, Spirit. I don't want to do that much of a commercial. I don't want to veer off the subject that much. So, you go through this process. And you go back into the universe, into the sacred bowl. As your energy awakens and you become able to attenuate the energy of the Uranus experience, my spirit guides are saying. So as you become able to attenuate that, your love energy, your spirit being begins to emerge out of the place that it has been lying dormant within you. People call that DNA activation and sacred codes. My spirit guides call it your frequency and your purpose. Because, and I'm just going to keep reiterating this because there are a lot of new people coming to the channel. The notion that my spirit guides talk about is the fact that you are your purpose. It is you. And we all want to have a mission. We want to feel useful. We want passion in our day-to-day lives in terms of our work, most of us. It is not to be confused, Spirit says. You are your purpose. And now I'm getting choked up. So they're streaming a lot of love energy through to me so that I can express it to you in the warmest, most heartfelt, most loving way. Because they really are... Okay, the word that's coming through is urgent. Urgently wanting people to know, and me to, pardon me to continue utilizing my human voice and the way I am able to stream energy to bring this through to you over and over and over until some moment arrives during your awakening when you really stand in it. And then something else is going to happen. So let's find out what that is. All right. Exciting month. Coming forward. I don't know about you folks. I'm looking forward to spring. Walked outside my door, I think 2 days ago, and for the first time I heard the birds chirping. And that's when I always know, oh, okay. Oh, the birds are back. It's almost over, thank goddess. Winter in this place is a little challenging sometimes. All right, Spirit, what's the message, please? The second step on the spirit realm that mirrors the human journey. It helps turn the awakening. This first quadrant of the year they're talking about. All right. Please give the message. I got yelled at. I think I just pushed it back in. There we go. Of course. Another beautiful card. Very powerful energy because of the full moon. So this is a major arcana card that is the rememberer of sacred lore. So everything I just said encapsulated into one image, Spirit says. It is about the energy. Is it about you sitting in your sacred place? Having the instrument in your hands because you are your purpose. Oh my gosh, every time I say it, I just, pardon me, tears well up behind my eyes. So there's something really deep about this that Spirit just really wants Okay, they're saying they just want to give you this gift. And they want to be able to be here with you. So they're using me as the instrument of, this. They always say this, like that I'm saying the words. You are your purpose. You carry the sacred vibration that codes within you to activate yourself and therefore others. And so you have now taken on the mantle of the awakener, and that is part of what you're going to grow into. So please go look at that video that I did, and lots of people have things like that on their channels. How to prepare. What do you do when a heart chakra awakening happens? A twin flame, a soulmate, anybody who's meant to activate you. It's time to prepare for that, because it's definitely coming forward, and it may be that you find yourself being the code for somebody else to awaken them, because this is the sacred bard who sat by the side of the road just playing his songs, plucking his harp. Spirit says reciting poetry. And all the people who came in contact with that vibration, that sound vibration, were immediately drawn in. So I think there's a little sacred music in your future. If you can find a meditation that utilizes sound vibration, that'll be very, very helpful for you. Spirit's saying in this quadrant, but I think going forward. All right, Spirit. What is the next piece, the last step on the soul journey that connects us in these days? The other thing, I'm not an astrologer. I do look at astrology a lot. I'm a student of astrology, Spirit saying. It's going to be really more important this coming year to pay close attention to how the planets are aligned and how things are transiting and moving. And so where's the place where these things are in your chart? What part? Okay, hang on. What part of your, Spirit's saying something like sector or section, or, they're talking about the notion of quadrants. And then they're translating that into the wheel of astrology. So they want you to pay close attention. Where the planets fall, it's going to help you understand what part of you is awakening. And it may help you understand your experiences, your thoughts, your dreams. I think there's a lot of psychic capacity that's coming forward this year. All right, a rebirth. That is what we're talking about. And it is as you live. And that which is meant to come forward as you came here to be in this place, to reemerge. Through this literal kind of reincarnation process. But this is also a story, if you don't know, for all the new folks out there, the mythology of this card is about a warrior who transitioned through many, many lifetimes within one lifetime. He continued to transform, shapeshift, in order to bring destiny forward. And that's what we're talking about. And in his final incarnation, he came forward as a salmon. He was caught by a fisherman and served up to the queen. The queen ate the salmon. She became impregnated, and she gave birth to a very great poet, a wisdom holder. So it is about your transformation, your rebirth, going into the sacred cauldron. Spirit saying, the representation of the feminine energy. In order to capture, and, Spirit's talking about reclamation and transmutation. That's what it is. Sorry. It takes me a minute sometimes to understand exactly the words that they're trying to get out. So transmutation, healing, transformation, awakening, becoming able to know yourself in this way. A new life coming forward this year. All of human destiny rests upon the things that are coming in terms of the energies, and they want you to be really clear and really understand. Don't be afraid of Uranus energy. If you're not on point, if you're not paying attention, you might get some shock and awe, and some things are going to come. Spirit's saying you're going to get some surprises anyway, but it's important for you to align yourself with the energy and to know what's happening. All right, Spirit, what's the outcome, please? Here we go. 2 cards jumping out. foundation, or pardon me, quest of knowledge, aligning yourself with the sacred energy in all the ways that I just spoke about. This has a lot to do with your transformation and coming to the place where you find yourself standing in front of the sacred bowl of all wisdom. So that's the third time we've seen a representation of the sacred cauldron. I'm holding up the wrong card, of healing. All right, and then next to it, a dual outcome message. Look, a new foundation, fire energy. Spirit says Uranus, just like that. I wish you guys could see them the way I see them. All right, so they're yanking my chain, looking into the mystery and the passion and the nature of the passion of Uranus. It is the vibration that brings forward to me my clairvoyance. And it took me a long time to figure that out, but I was finally given the illumination about that. And, you know, if anybody has an interest, put a message on the comments below. I'll tell that story sometime if you want to hear it. But this is what's coming to you. You get to look into the mystery. You're on a new foundation. You have become victorious. It's the Six of Wands. Spirit says, pull that image up into your brain and then marry it with this one. Where you have this ability, you have all the tools you need now to be victorious in this effort, to work with fire energy, the vibration of the energy of the sun, sacred fire. Spirit's talking about casting out what is meant to go. They were going into this the other day too. Euphemistically, I think, utilizing the notion of fire as a cleansing element. So I can't even remember because I've done so many readings. There was a notion that came through about Agnihotra. I think maybe it was on the full moon reading. Institute, instigate. There are words coming through like that. In your own life, some kind of fire ceremony on a regular basis. Or maybe do it once a quarter as we go through the year, to connect yourself directly with the cleansing elements of fire and the vibration. So I'm seeing electricity and all kinds of images they're putting in my mind, okay? It's a beautiful outcome for this month. And wanting clearly to really acknowledge you and let you know that you are acknowledged in these moments and the deep amount of love that comes forward on this energy as you begin to master the next phase of your destiny. So I was shuffling a couple of the decks just to clear them to get ready for this reading. And my intuition said, no, just stick to the traditional way you do things. But part of what I did was I shuffled the Mystical Shaman Oracle. Look what's on the bottom of the deck. Sweat Lodge. Love it. You are going in. Spirit says you're going into the tunnel. Okay? The next phase of your soul contract coming forward. Or you go into the Sweat Lodge. And you might sweat. There might be some, Spirit says there might be some sweaty moments when you have Uranus in your realm. So, you know, if you're having a challenge with that, feel free to come book a reading. I can talk to you for hours about that. And we'll look at how it is affecting your individual chart and the experience you're having, the desires to come forward, and the shock and awe that you might feel. But, you know, being in a sacred sweat lodge all the time as a place of residence, that's what this little abode is all about in a certain way. So you're going to have that experience, but you're going to have it inside your being. And it's just going to bring a profound shift. And this is the place to find peace within the experience you're having. Understand and give it sacred, Spirit said sacred acclamation. Inside your own thought process. All right, I'm going to let you digest that word. So that's it for the reading for today. You know what? Never mind. They're asking me to pick from the bag of runes. Let's do that. And then I'm going to come over to the chat room. I have a few minutes. If there's anybody there, and if you have any questions or anything you want to chat about, let me know. Okay? Spirit. So much love energy. Whew. The electricity of love. love that notion. Did you ever try to stop and feel what love, the real energy of love? They're, okay, I'm just warning you, they're taking this notion, they're going straight with it. He said, like a fish bites the hook and then the string, the reel goes. They're laughing at me a little bit. Oh, that's what's going to happen to you. That's what they're saying. They were laughing at me. Yeah. So, get ready. I'm here if you need me. Or any being that you resonate with. Okay? All right, Spirit. Please give forward that energy into a room. I like it. Burkana. Isn't that beautiful? That's about growth. 123. You know what? Now I need my little glasses. Hang on. So I'm going to read from the book just so you'll know. So this is about growth and rebirth and the tree people associated with it. Birch. Oops, wrong way. See that? Burkana is, of course, one of the cycle runes. It represents a form of fertility that fosters a growth both symbolically and actually. The growth may occur in affairs of the world, family matters, the relationship of the self to the self, or the relationship of the self to the divine, of course. This is a rune that leads to blossoming and ripening. Burkana is concerned with the flow of beings into their new forms. So beautiful. Its action is gentle, penetrating, and pervasive. What is called for here is to consider your issue with care and awareness. First, disperse resistance, and then accomplish the work. For this to happen, your will must be clear and controlled and your motives correct. Any dark corner should be cleansed. This must be carried out diligently and sometimes with expert help. So that's why they were saying, come and get a reading. Or I think it's going to be important this year to seek out energy balancing. So if you feel a great emergence happening and you want to come to Moonrise Cottage for a shamanistic healing journey, please contact me. All that stuff's all over my website, okay? I think I do the shamanic retreats on the new moon and on the full moon. I'm getting some intuition that the new moon journey is going to be on pause. I wonder what that's about. But my intention is there. So if you want to come, go to my website and look at the schedule. All right. They're talking all about the next full moon. I haven't even looked into that yet. Okay. So disperse resistance, accomplish the work. For this to happen, you must be clear, controlled, and your motives correct. Any dark corner should be cleansed. This must be carried out diligently and sometimes with expert help. Modesty, patience, fairness, generosity are all called for. Once resistance is dispersed and rectification carried out and seed to hold firm, then through steadfastness and right attitude, the blossoming can occur. So, okay, they're talking about this again. Those are all the notions they're saying. Tied up in this, they're talking about the card as the energy holder of the Uranus energy, wanting you to understand that thing that they were saying about sectors and quadrants and etc. So disperse resistance, be gentle. You don't have to have a bombshell of a moment. You can, Spirit says, you can slide into this easily, a little bit at a time, so that you don't have to get the lightning bolt and the sort of the thing that rocks you off your foundation. I think we're all going to get that coming forward because, Taurus, the strength of a Taurus, the immovable stubbornness of a Taurus, standing with this energy, joining together with Virgo that just always wants to bring order out of chaos. And then we have gorgeous Capricorn, moving deeper into the energy, the restructuring side of the energy of Pluto. Wow, what a year And I think it's like 5 more years, 4 or 5 more years. So, when that cycle's done with Pluto in Capricorn, Taurus is going to continue to host Uranus after Pluto moves out of Capricorn. Ponder that in terms of awakening. The restructuring is going to come. So while you move deeply into this energy, I can't remember, but I think it's until 2025, 2026, something like that. Pluto's moving out of Capricorn in 2024. You are going to be prepared over these next couple of years for that moment. And then the next realm of awakening is going to happen. So if there's anybody out there watching and you know the astrology of those set point spirits saying, put a message in the comment section. Help us understand. I come to these things slowly because I don't focus there. I focus on the energy and the messages that are streaming through to me so that I can know what my mission is that grows out of my purpose. All right. So, gang, I'm going to come over to the chat room. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate everything that you're doing and your willingness to incarnate here in order to be helping us in this way with this energy that's coming through. I mean, look how beautiful that is. It's absolutely gorgeous. All right, Spirit's talking about all the cards. One more. They want me to hold up one more so that you really understand both ends of the spectrum. So thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful month of March. Enjoy spring wherever you are. I know there are some people that are down under and etc. So the seasons are turning. But I look forward to being here with you. Goddess willing. Thanks for being here with me. I appreciate it. Okay, let's see. I'm going to come right over to the chat room. If there's anybody that has any questions or things they want to chat about, I am happy to do that with you. Let's see. Let me check my time. It's 1:37. So I have another live stream coming at 2 o'clock, so I can chat for just a few minutes. All right, I don't see anything loaded up there. Okay, gang, I'm going to head out. Thank you so much for being here, for viewing, for watching. And namaste, my spirit guides are saying. Have a lovely day. And I'll look forward to seeing you again soon.